Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we have, well, a different video than what we've had so far on the channel. We've had some vlogs over the last while. Did you enjoy them? Did you like them? Let me know. I kind of really enjoyed filming them. It's nice to kind of have a little video that has compacted an entire day into a short video that I can kind of rewatch. I tend to rewatch videos more than I do look back on photos, so the vlogs are really nice, and I can look back on them when I feel super sad that I'm not in Los Angeles anymore or at Coachella. So I hope you guys enjoy them too. I mean, regardless, I'm probably gonna stick to making them when I go on a holiday. The next holiday I have coming up is New York, and I'm only there for a few days, but I think I'll still vlog a little bit. But anyway, in today's video, I just want to talk about, there's this catchphrase, I guess. It's become a bit of a catchphrase now in the LGBT community, and it gets better. And, you hear that a lot, especially, if you've just come out and maybe you're having a rough time. And, it's something that I heard a lot personally, and I know that you hear a lot in the community anyway. And listen, I'm not bashing the phrase. I think it's a great phrase. I think it stands for a very important message. I think it's a great phrase. I like it. I like the phrase. But what bothers me is that oftentimes when the phrase gets thrown at someone, whether they've just come out or they just find themselves in a really shitty situation, when the phrase gets thrown at them, oftentimes you don't get the follow-up of, well, okay, but how does it get better and when does it get better? Because when you're in that situation and you whether that's you don't have your parents' support and maybe you've been thrown out of the house, or you find yourself losing friends because of you being LGBT, or you're scared because you don't want to come out because you fear that you might be disowned or your friends might stop talking to you, whatever it is, whatever the shitty situation happens to be, it just hearing it gets better. Yes, it's a bit of a comfort, but there's still a lot of uncertainty. When is it gonna get better for me? How is it gonna get better? Because a lot of times when you're in that situation, you don't see how things could get any better. Like, I've been in very shitty situations, and when you're in that situation yourself, all you can think about is how there's no way it can get any better, because you have a very blinkered vision when you're in that. I'm speaking from experience. This is how I felt. You might feel completely different, but when I was in that situation, I was completely blinkered. I couldn't really see how anything positive could come out of all of that shit that was happening to me. So I just wanted to talk about that. No, I don't want to just tell you it gets better. I want to tell you how it gets better and when it's gonna get better. So how is it gonna get better? We grow up. We face a lot of shitty situations a lot of the time as people who are in the LGBT community. Whether your situation is that your parents don't accept you, or that your friends don't accept you, or maybe your partner doesn't accept you, whatever the situation that you find yourself in, if you've been a victim of a hate crime, whatever it is temporary. Some people, this is a sad truth, but some people will never come around. A lot of the times, if someone really truly cares about you and loves you, they will come around. Trust me. I struggled a lot with acceptance from my family. I had, thank God, amazing friends to get me through that, but I did struggle with my family. And my family, thank God, has come around. I don't think we're still anywhere near the terms that I'd like to be on with them. Did that sentence make any sense? But it's been a journey, and we've improved our relationship greatly. So, it will get better. If your family's not accepting, the best thing I can advise you is to have patience. I didn't have any patience, and that's probably why our relationship deteriorated as much as it did. If you have the patience for it, give them some patience. If they're open to it, provide them with some education. Maybe show them some TV shows with LGBT characters. Maybe have them speak to someone. Maybe both of you together as a unit go and speak to someone. Whatever that is. If they're open to it, grab that opportunity. They're your family. If they really care for you, if they really love you, they will try, hopefully. And sometimes, with time, it gets better. And here's the sad part, sometimes it doesn't. And that really sucks. But the good thing that comes out of that is learning that family is not just your blood. Family can be anyone that cares about you and loves you unconditionally. I have so many people that I consider family that are not related to me by blood, and that's so important to have. And that's another point that I'm gonna make, because friends, if you have friends that have abandoned you or have shamed you or have made you feel bad in any way about your identity, I wouldn't even feel bad about them being out of my life. You should never, I have a hair in my mouth. You should never compromise yourself. You should never waste your time on people who do not accept you as who you are completely without asking you to change. If someone just refuses to be your friend just because you're LGBT, or for whatever reason, they don't deserve to be your friend. They don't deserve the time of your day at all. I wouldn't feel sad about them at all. But I completely understand why people feel sad about friends abandoning them. You've had all of these memories, you had all of these adventures together, and you thought that it was someone that you could trust, that it was someone you could rely on, that was someone who was going to care about you regardless. So I'm sorry if that has happened to you. But again, trust me when I say this, there are so many people in this world that are going to love you and care for you and be there for you no matter what you are. So find those people. And the way to do that is find your local support group. There are so many LGBT support groups. Most places. I know that that's a privileged thing to say because some places don't have them, but a lot of them do. And if you have access to the internet, there's so many people on the internet that you can find, that you can be friends with, and a lot of the times you can find people in your local area just from the internet. There's Facebook support groups. There's so many places to go. Just seek it out, and you'll be surprised at how many amazing friends you can make. So that's friends, family, partners. A lot of the times we feel like we're never gonna find someone to love us, and the truth of that is just that's not true at all. There is, call me, I don't know, romantic, whatever, but I believe there is someone for every one of us out there. And the thing is, you'll never find anything by just sitting at home and feeling sorry for yourself. And listen, there's a time and place to do that. There's a time and place to just sit at home, feel miserable, just get your energy back up. There's a time and place for that, absolutely. But if you're looking for love, again, there's ways to put yourself out there. There's the dating apps now. I think now in this day and age, I don't know, it's either way easier or way harder, because I don't know, everything's on the internet. And yeah, but there's dating apps. Like I said, there's support groups, meeting people that are like-minded. Join a club. So it does get better. It gets better. But a lot of the it gets better happens when you take action. And that can be very difficult to do if you find yourself in a place that's not great for you mentally. So if you don't hear anything else out of this video, please hear this. Your destiny and your life and your future is in your hands. So you need to choose what you want to do with it, because you can remain stuck in a situation that's not great, or you can try and make it better in whatever capacity you can. And I know that some people can be limited in what they can do. Depending on your age, you might still be living with your parents, or you might not have the ability to move out of a small town or whatever it is, but there's always little things that you can do that will improve how you feel and improve your situation. If you're young and you're still living with your parents, again, there might be a support group in your school. There might be a support group that you can find online. There's different ways around it. So try and sculpt your experience in a way that plans for your future and has in mind that you don't have to be stuck in where you are right now. You can do something about it. No matter how small a change, trust me, it's a snowball effect. Once you get the ball rolling, you'll be surprised at how many changes you can make to your life just by, taking a small step out of your comfort zone, or just reaching out and hoping. And as to the when does it get better, a big part of that is kind of up to you. And I know that sounds like a bit of a cop-out, but it is. At the end of the day, you're the one that's in charge of your life. At the end of the day, you have the power to make certain changes about your life. So when does it get better? It gets better when you begin to believe that you can have a life that you dream of. It begins when you accept yourself for who you are 100%, because a lot of the times people in the LGBT community will have internalized feelings towards themselves that are negative just because we grow up in a society that constantly tell us that, you know, we're not right. So a huge part of it gets better is learning to love yourself and learning to grow your own confidence and learning, you know, your own worth and how you're gonna bring that with you into the next chapter of your life. So I mean, I think I covered most of what I wanted to cover. I just wanted to get this out there. I mean, you know, I don't want to just tell you it gets better and have it be an empty phrase that just gets thrown around. You know, when I say it gets better, but it's gonna take work, and sometimes it'll take time, and sometimes it'll take, you know, a lot more of hearing it gets better before it actually does get better. But I can tell you with 100% certainty that it does get better. That's kind of all I wanted to say. I don't know, I just felt like doing this video because, I don't know, just the current political climate is not great for LGBT people, and we're still facing a lot of issues, and I know there's still a bunch of young people that are affected by homophobia and transphobia and all that sort of stuff. So I don't know, I just wanted to make this in case someone stumbles across it and finds it useful. So I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you found it useful, and thank you so much for watching. And I'm hoping to begin a lot more of a regular schedule on this channel. I know I've said this so many times, but honestly this week I'm just purely dedicated to like filming videos, getting organized, so you'll be seeing a lot more of me, and I hope you want that. But thank you so much. We're now on like 2,000 subscribers, which is incredible. It's a huge jump from where we were before, and the next goal is 5,000, I guess. So thank you all so much for sticking around with me. I hope you've enjoyed this little video, and I will see you again very soon.